guys, and welcome to today's video. I hope this day has been great so far for you, and thank you for clicking the link below to watch this video on nutrition during celebrations, social events, and Christmas holidays, Hari Rayas, Chinese New Year's, so you name it. So sometimes it is really difficult or it can be very challenging for us to actually manage the nutrition intakes during social events and celebrations as well. So basically these types of events can be very stressful if you are cutting down your weight or managing your nutrition, maintaining your weight, or just trying to eat sort of moderately. Obviously, you know, social events, going out with your friends or colleagues to have a dinner or to attend your friend's wedding can be quite challenged from the perspective of all the good foods that are available, usually non-macro friendly, usually a bit high on the carb and fat side, and obviously a lot of good treats, a lot of good foods around there. I remember reading this study that the majority of the weight gain of an average American during the year actually happens during the holiday season, towards the end of the year. So this is nothing short of important to note, because basically we would be able to maintain our weight on average if we'd sort of be able to manage these social gatherings, holiday eating, and so on and so forth. So this video will be specifically focusing on these tips which I found useful to manage these types of events, and hopefully you'll find them useful as well. So today me and my friends are heading out for a champagne brunch. This one will be one of those social gatherings, if you may, where plenty of food, it's a buffet style, free flow champagne brunch, good foods, good champagne as well. So how will I manage to eat according to my nutritional plan over this? Should I just not eat at all? Should I just skip this whole event? Or, you know, should I just let it go loose completely? What would be the best solution for me? How would you approach this? Well, to me it's all about maintaining that overall balance. It all comes down to three important topics. Number one, plan. Number two, choices. And number three, tracking. So these three aspects are the keys for success. At least they've helped out me a lot. We start from planning. You can basically take your weekly average or weekly caloric intake targets and just flex your caloric intake around the social event a bit. So basically what you can do is lower your caloric intake target for the days surrounding that social event a bit. For example, I've eaten 500 calories less my target, or fewer than my target the day before yesterday, 1,000 calories below my target yesterday. So that already flexes my sort of budget, if you may, by 1,500 calories for today's champagne brunch. So that's one. And obviously you can do this around the event as well, so you can leave some out during the following day if you want to. So that just gives you the overall balance. You don't need to stick to daily goals per se if your weekly intake goals are according to your targets and overall, you know, well-being as well. So that's one thing. Obviously, the second point in the planning aspect is to, before these events actually start, what you can do is drink a lot of water beforehand and eat something quite high in protein even before that event starts. What this does is it actually lowers down your cravings and hunger levels before the event starts, and that helps you to manage the overall caloric intake during that event, because you will not be as hungry and you will obviously not eat as much as well. So that's one key. Number two is choices. So what this comes down to is the food choices in your social event. What I found useful and what I do usually during my travels and during dinners and during holiday periods and during the champagne brunches as well, is I start with a large bowl of salad, something very low in macronutrients, high in micronutrient content, but it gives me that good satiety level and brings up that feeling of satiation altogether, which is obviously a good thing because then I'm not inclined to eat anything a bit more calorically dense later on during that specific event. Number 2, eat a lot of proteins during the event. So eat chicken, meat, all that type of stuff. That obviously again fills you up nicely and then gets that satiety level up brilliantly as well. So these are the types of things that you can incorporate into your nutritional choices during that event as well. So that's brilliant. Number three comes in a while, but before that, choices. Obviously you can enjoy the treats during that social event as well, because you've already planned and reduced your caloric intake targets for the day before or day after, whatever. So you will have that budget to actually eat a bit more. So you do make sure you enjoy your piece of cake or muffin or whatever that might be, that is actually on offer in that event, so that you can actually enjoy yourself a bit as well. In terms of alcoholic intake, if you may, this is obviously a lot of times alcohol is incorporated in these types of events. Couple of key points here. Number 1, just try not to drink any calorically dense alcoholic cocktails, for example. So what I tend to do is if I'm going out for a drink to a social event or having a drink during a dinner, I might go with something like just the booze and a Coke Zero mixed into it, or something like that, like rum and Coke Zero, because that will slice down the caloric content of that drink by over 50% or 50% roughly, around that. Number 2, just drink moderately. Don't have 10 glasses of champagne, just have 3 or 4 maybe. So that's obviously key as well, and do remember to drink a lot of water. So that's that. Number 3, obviously tracking. So what I've found very, very useful is whatever you track in life, that will start improving as well. So I would not recommend, letting it loose completely, specifically if you are on your cutting phase in your weight management program. But tracking is such a key aspect of this, because even though you're not so don't bring your scale into that social event, because a lot of people will basically look at you quite weirdly, I guess. So just by eyeballing stuff and estimating the caloric intake of what you're actually eating during that social event is just fine. And that's what I've done basically so far as well. And when you actually track that through the social event, just obviously quite discreetly, that will help out you to basically say that, okay, well, I've eaten this much, and am I really hungry anymore? Do I really want to eat anymore? Do I need to eat anymore? So that's something that has helped me a lot, and it will be one of the key aspects during this champagne brunch as well. So I'll catch you guys in the champagne brunch.
Broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Baby, you can count on me now. When you're falling down, 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 I will find a light.
So guys, champagne and caviar and good seafood, what else is there in life? This is something else, and obviously good company as well. Seafood is really something else. So we really love seafood with Anna. And actually we started to reduce the amount of meat we eat and replace it with beautiful seafood just by, you know, choice, I guess. This tastes amazing. Caviar, champagne, try it out. So here we are, guys, 1,000 calories into the champagne brunch, and it's 2/3 of the way. I'm already full. It's been spectacular. A couple glasses of champagne, 2 glasses of red wine. Absolutely spectacular foods. Having a good time in the greatest of company. And obviously still staying on track, and I'm gonna hit the dessert table very, very soon. So let's see what the damage is at the end of the day. Balance, guys, that's the name of the game.
Niin kuin jotain semmoista, kyllä mä sanoin, että mulla tänään ihan samalla yhtä hyvä pössi sinällään. On niinku kaikki oli niinku sillä ja paine.
There you have it, guys. This is the champagne brunch. All done, very full now. Had very many glasses of champagne. Brilliant foods, brilliant everything. About 2,500 calories, 300 grams of carbs, 100 grams of fat and some proteins on top. Absolutely fantastic. And this is how you do it. This is how you manage it. That's how the cookie crumbles.
So I'll be there. Leaving you alone is a
So that's it for the champagne brunch. Intercontinental Singapore was worth it, as it always is. Now we're heading out to Tanjung Beach Club in Sentosa to have some Sunday afternoon fun, dancing on the beach and enjoying some good company and great drinks as well. So this is brilliant. What can I say? What can be life without great friends and having fun? I don't know.